Do 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 do. Pop that out. Pop that out. Alright. I'll turn the AC on. Let me grab. About to open up my files. Quests. City. Battle stats. Shackled City battle. And then my NPCs, no trauma. And chapter 12. And then the character sheets themselves. Which would be Claudius, Cynthia, Metzel. What? No. Hit the wrong button. Come on. Fuck. Where's that upload? Come on. The long ass upload. Upload. Alright. I'm set. Trying to remember where we freaking left off. Oh, okay, I remember now. Like, it has been too long.
Those hippopotamus?
That's right. Yeah.
I think we left off that we had to do a save versus fortitude or something.
Yeah, it was you all teleported and then okay. That's what they were. And it was these fuckers. And there was a colossal. Y'all are like this small on the room. Shoot, what did I say? Yeah, your characters accidentally teleported into a herd of them. That's what it was. And I was like, roll it fortitude because of the stench. Because you ended up near you ended up right next to a colossal. I think they're called the Thunder Beast Behemoths.
Yes.
The fuck? I guess he's trying to reconnect. Yeah. All right. So. What's the saving throw? All right. So everybody roll a 40. Anyone who's not immune to being nauseated, roll a fortitude save.
Am I the only one that can't hear Watson? I think it's just me.
Yeah, you're right. I
I haven't
can't
heard
hear
Watson
him.
in a while either.
Well, I know he muted himself earlier, but I don't know. I can't hear him now.
Oh, he's probably talking to
Yeah, he's talking to Matt Johnson.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't even know his sister was in St. Louis all this time. She was living out here for about 4 or 5 years. Matt Johnson's sister.
Oh. Do I hear a Bleach song?
He picked up on that real quick. He was like, "Do I hear Bleach? Do I hear?"
I know. Been a while.
You're in Carceri, traveling in swamp, bog-infested land surrounded on all sides by the craggiest, deadliest, sharpest of mountains, reaching into the never-ending red skies, only broken apart by the orbs of the other pearls and worlds within the plane of Carceri.
Sorry, I thought we were in Hueco Mundo. I thought we were in Hueco Mundo.
He said, Hueco Mundo, what? Oh, you see a big, giant hippopotamus hollow. Yeah, this fucking... Imagine this shit with like a big hollow mask on, just looking down at you, like...
How big is that?
And then it lets out a bellow. It's not...
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah, they do bellow. Yeah, because if that thing bellows, that's another fortitude save. Adds another fortitude save. Or B, what does it do? Or stunned. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's bad. Watson, we cannot hear you. Unless he muted himself with the he's probably talking this whole time. We ain't even hear him.
Oh, you've been talking to the void. Actually, not. There's no way he would not have noticed. Because how do you know if your audience is even listening unless they're like, oh, okay, something like that.
What?
I heard you guys, but I guess you guys couldn't hear me.
You've been talking to us all this whole time? Like,
No, I wasn't talking to you guys this whole time.
Okay, good. All right, good.
I was partially talking to Matt.
Got it.
All right,
I kind of figure that. Yeah.
So we're all caught in it. So we all have to roll a fortitude save. You're saying?
Is this from the swamp or is this from the creature that we rolled?
It's from the creature.
Right?
It's from the Thunder Beast. Thunder Beast. No, I got that. I couldn't help myself. I had the fucking Thundercat song in my goddamn head as soon as I said Thunder Beast. Oh shit. Anyway. Gotta make it extra geeky in here.
Oh, who got a 1? Somebody.
I'm re-rolling that. Don't play with me. That's me.
You got a 1. You got a 1, man. That's automatic failure.
I'm re-rolling that one. Give me that.
Oh, gunslingers. I'm like, re-roll. Oh, these gunslingers. These fucking gunslingers.
Give me that slinger's luck, my boy.
Gunslinger. You told
you're not gonna die.
You told Johnson about the gunslingers? Shit, all these classes.
He's gonna throw up. He's gonna puke, man. That's all. You good? Cynthia can heal you up. He'll give you some Pepto-Bismol.
He used it. Was it 2 grit?
We all
know
who's
for a saving throw.
Don't know who's not failing. This shit. See, 38.
What is happening?
The game's like, nope.
Nah, son, you taking this L.
Not tonight.
Let's see.
Oh my god, must need dramas. Does she have anything to give her a bonus? I am not seeing anything. Does she have any magic items?
Well, you can add 4 to that, so I guess that works.
Is it considered a poison? No, it's a stench. I don't think so. I think somebody asked that question last time.
Because blood is poison, so I was like, is that, So you're like, nope. Oh, okay. And then Watson went and explain the science on that. I
Yeah.
remember.
All right, I gotta roll. Drop. What's her fortitude? Okay.
Look, I know one of my fucking
Listen,
spells that
that's
I have
bullshit.
active
That's what that is.
is probably gonna take care of this.
Honestly, that's insane.
Are you kidding me?
What? What? I ain't hearing anything. What you said?
Yo,
That's a strong stench. I'll tell you that.
What's the 40?
All right, 24-hour buff
thing's-
list.
34?
That bad breath is so bad.
Fell
It'll
with a 34?
bring a pit fiend to its knees.
he probably failed.
I'm
on
not gonna get fucked by this. Hold on a second.
Neither
Let
am
me
I.
see what I
I
got.
forgot to add the +4, but that shit don't even matter.
Oh crap! I deleted this by mistake. I'm trying to type everything out here. Oh man, you know I have everything in my utility belt. This is the Batman we're talking about.
I just don't want to be nauseated. I don't want to be fucking
I
puking and
don't
shit.
know about you guys, but I know Claudia ain't gonna be.
I'm-
Go! Better.
Yo, from these fucking things.
Yeah, it's level 20, so
There you go,
Yeah.
buddy.
it's gonna hit for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, Louis, did I pass with a 45?
Wait, you have to roll to break it.
This dude rolled a. He got a 45.
My God, I actually forgot about that shit.
I
I
did.
was like, oh yeah, he got the headband.
First time. You know what? I thought I
That
was
is the
bad.
first time.
It's the first time I used it. I thought I was gonna be.
Yo, heroes. Yo, let me look up Heroes Feast.
You get +4 to save.
That doesn't do something for you when it comes to.
I think the headband lets you replace your fortitude. Does it let you replace it with the concentration check? Yeah.
Yep.
And we,
First
and we know you're concentrating.
Yeah, of course.
Because I have this active.
I really thought I was gonna be, using this headband.
Yeah, I think you're
Heroes Feast.
Party-
Plus 4 eyeballs against
Louis,
poison.
I got this headband back like at level 6, man.
party
Never used that.
party wizard about to save the day again.
Every creature partaking in the feast secure to all sickness and nausea. Receives benefits of both neutralize
Party
poison and remove disease.
I think you all might be good because let me. Claudius, he can cast the teleport again, right? Just to get everybody out of there.
Of course he can.
Okay,
He's gonna win.
yeah. That's what he needs to do.
There you go. You guys don't gotta waste your resources, man. No shit's gonna wear off.
Because I don't think, there's no way. I don't. This thing is not going to win initiative. So.
Of course not.
And then it does.
Alright, so that's what that does. But
Because it definitely, there's definitely no surprise round because you technically surprise each other. So
It's from like a breath. It's like a status effect. So, but it does remove nausea. But it's only for 1 hour.
The nausea party doesn't even last that long.
nah,
And
you're good. So here's what happens. It does.
You'll never get sick again for the rest of this fight.
Here's what happens. So the DC.
Going to another TPK. First it was with a Sisyphus.
So the DC was 41.
41. I wouldn't have gotten that on a.
pass.
I wouldn't have gotten that on a fucking natural 20. That's a.
Hey, Claudius.
No, Nat,
you warrior.
Nat 20's on. Nat 20's on saves automatic.
The wizard passed with an 8. He rolled an 8 and passed. Come on. You guys need to hit those Wheaties, drink those protein shakes.
I literally would have had to roll a 19 or a 20.
Yeah.
Like that.
And that's what I was laughing because I was like, nobody here can beat it.
well,
Higher than a fucking.
yeah, I got a magical item that will give me enough
I'm
action.
kind of used to now people falling asleep.
I think even for
Heroes Feast we already did.
even for Valenum, that shit would have been like.
It lasts for.
Late night would have failed.
No, that's for everyone because we all ate it.
I was drinking for late.
Yeah, it's good. It's an ongoing effect.
He's got a plus 26, so he would have needed
I was just looking up to see like if it's gonna help with nausea, and it does, but only if they were already nauseated and then they ate, and then it would pass it out of their system. But it wouldn't work right now because that spell takes forever to cast.
15 or higher. He wouldn't.
And they would have to. It takes an hour to eat all the food to get the benefit anyway.
Valenum has a 25.
It's one of those things you have to do before the fight.
You still had a 25% chance of passing.
Right.
That's not, you know.
But Claudia saved us all right now, anyways.
All right, so here's what happened. Unless you plan on rolling to see if you got, well, Valenum could roll to see if you got a 15. But unless you're planning to roll a 19 or a 20 on this, the party would have been wretched right
no,
now.
Claudius is Louis Pichardo. He's a wizard.
But
He's gonna
Claudius,
teleport
you
us out of
guys
here.
see his headband quickly and immediately activate.
He's the gunslinger.
So his headband activates, and so instead of utilizing his natural fortitude and his constitution to try and fend off this disgusting
I had that shit.
disgusting permeation throughout his body.
I have that shit in case Messor went rogue. You know, try to.
The headband allows him to use his magical concentration to actually stave off from being nauseated. So it activates, and almost effortlessly, Claudius was like, he actually takes a deep breath. He's like, and it's like he centers himself, almost very monk-like, like Metzoar.
That's right. The mighty mess.
And then, as he does that, that only took about a moment before he's quickly. The teleport it's verbal only, isn't it?
Yeah, verbal.
All right. So before he quickly starts to recite an incantation again for the same exact spell with his hands on, with him telling everyone stay connected.
Yeah.
As the behemoth.
A bunch of leapers, like.
As the behemoth, like its massive, gargantuan head, like veers down towards, it veers down towards your group. As I think it perception to do it. Well, yeah, it's got pretty decent perception, but does it have speed? But as it was raising its
Oops.
It was raising its one of its 6 fucking legs on one of the front to try and trample your group, but obviously as it was in the middle of raising that, Claudius with his extremely quick and magically enhanced reaction let off the spell and re-teleported everyone away. So.
Hopefully not to another trap.
We would have died if we got trampled. I just want.
What's the damage, Louis? How much damage you would have?
Yeah, what was this damage?
We probably look at Louis laughing. It doesn't look good, man.
Trampled? The trample. First of all, being trampled would have required a reflex save. DC 50.
50? Wait! I might be able to get that. Hold on.
It would have been 6d8 plus 33 damage just from the trample.
Wow. Okay.
Or it could have bellowed. The bellow would have been a DC 41 fortitude save or be stunned for 1 round.
Yeah, we would have been dead.
Get stunned, then trampled by the. Isn't it like a herd? Isn't it like a whole bunch of them?
Yeah, there's a herd of them. I think I said there was about.
You said there was a herd of them.
There was like 15,
like 10.
There was like 15 of the huge ones, and it was like, but there was like
5 of
4. It was like 5 of the colossal ones too.
I don't know. It's 15 total.
So even if we would have saved from one of them, we still got to deal with the other idiots. Oh, fuck that. Okay.
Yeah.
Although you were next to a colossal one. The other colossal ones, you weren't like near them, but I mean they're massive, so you could see them. Like it wouldn't have taken them long to come over towards where you were at, but what was the radius of this stench? Anything within? As long as you were within the Thunder Beast's reach, and the reach for the colossal one was 20 feet. So, then yeah, you were within their melee reach. The stench. That's so yeah. You were like
Elena, we should take a few of
10
these.
feet.
I bet Medzor could trip
They
one
are
of
an
them.
Acidipus.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Trip the fuck out of one of them.
They are. These creatures are actually they roam in herds across the layers of the lower planes. So you can find them in almost any of the lower planes, but they're particularly more common in the Abyss and in Carcery.
Yeah, I do not want any smoke with these animals at all. That is a diminishing return right there.
I'd fight
Those
Orbis
hellish
again.
beasts.
They probably got that chunky HP too. Probably like over 1,000 HP.
Yeah, it's the perfect
Amici.
tankish killing machine,
Yeah, it
and they
is.
come in herds. What
Yeah.
is the point?
Perfect. Well, yeah, I know. It's like wasting resources, man.
They're mindless. There's like no gain in beating these animals.
None at all. It's like no point.
Well, not mindless. They got intelligence of 2.
All right, fine. But to me, they look like the fauna of this hellish reality. I'm not here to fight all of Carceri. I'm here to kill a fallen angel demon lord, not fight a herd of fucking
Demon
poisonous
There's
multi-legged hippos. Fuck all that.
Infinite demons and shit over here. We got finite.
These dudes ain't got no money. Their treasure is nothing but their dung. Like there's no gain in these. Man, there are probably some spell item components somewhere, but
I'll buy that.
That's reaching. That's stretching to find a profit in this scenario. I'll sell you to some wizards, magic item component.
And guess what? I bet like a dragon's eye or scale is still worth more, and it's more common to get it.
Yo, yeah,
you're
right about that.
Sell it, strip it. It's terrible.
There's too many of them too, man. They're chunky. They're husky.
Yeah.
It's terrible. We was breaking the dollar.
And look at those muscles.
Take his head. Somebody go buy his head. Cool. How many gold is that? It's terrible.
I mean, I feel like this kind of fight is the kind of fight you would have if you had like a bunch of like cleric to feed HP and then a bunch of barbarians and fighters. Just some meat on meat.
Yeah.
You guys just go in and chop each other up. But that's not the way our party is structured. We are not. That's not how we deal with conflict.
All right, so the teleportation this time, Close is like, let's teleport just a little bit further down, maybe another mile to this.
Let's teleport out of here. Gracias. Thank you, Claudius. Let me clap
Claudius,
right now for you, my man.
Claudius has another teleport on deck just in case.
My man, thank you, because this shit right here.
About to cast that in his magnificent mansion.
I don't want to sit here fighting an infinite herd of Bebop and Rocksteadies. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Chill.
Mordekainen's magnificent mansion coming right up.
These dudes are mutagen. Hippos being pumped full of fucking venom. Out here breaking backs.
Yo, I saw Batman. Oh, did you see it yet?
I just downloaded that not too long.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman?
Yeah, I gotta watch it this weekend.
Louis downloaded the Batman.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I watched it.
I'm a pirate. I'm a dirty pirate. I download movies, anime, D&D, all of it. I don't care.
Y'all seen it in theaters is fucking crazy, though.
For real.
Yo, that shit was dope.
I saw it in the movies, and I just saw it yesterday on HBO Max too, like last night.
Yo, I clapped.
I wanted to see it in theaters, but it's not like me and Carrie can get away from 5 kids for about 3 hours. So
that was the best 3 hours I said it. Okay. That movie was good.
Hey, yo, Louis, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Split it. I went to go see the Batman by myself after work, and then my wife and my older son, they went to go see it, and I stayed with the kids in here. And we all saw it at the theater. Not together, but still.
Well,
Eric didn't want to go see it. I went by myself.
well, I think the good part is we're all gonna see Doctor Strange 2 together. That's for sure.
You should see Sonic the Hedgehog.
The kids I want to see that too. When the kids
It's
we're
so
talking
good.
about.
I heard that's the last. I heard that's the last movie that
It's-
Jim Carrey's.
I hope not.
He retired.
I don't want they kind of set it up though. They definitely kind of set it up.
I already know. I'm sitting here like I don't even need to see any spoilers. I was like, I already know who they're going to probably set up as like the villain for the third one. Like, it's obvious. Like, you can't take too long to bring Shadow into this. I cut out. Didn't I? Oh, I thought I cut out.
That shit was great.
But yeah, I got to see that too. I need to see Sonic.
I heard it was actually pretty good, Sonic.
It is.
It's one of those. Yeah. For a long time, video game movies have been nothing but pure ass. But
Sonic is killing it.
Sonic was actually the first Sonic. I was the first Sonic movie that came out with. After they actually listened to the fans and redid that shit.
We bullied the whole movie industry.
Bullied the whole movie to fix it. They fixed it. I watched it. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I'm surprised. I actually enjoyed this movie. And then and then they showed fucking Tails at the end. I was like, they're doing a second one and Tails is gonna be in this shit?
The original voice actor of Tails. I was like, that's some godlike shit right there.
I thought it was, because I was like, that voice, either this person did a really good impression or it's the same person.
It's the same person.
But, yeah, I want to definitely see Sonic. The only other video game movie that was pretty good was Detective Pikachu. I like that one, too.
I still haven't seen that yet.
That was good. I enjoyed it. Maybe because like I'm not a super hardcore Pokemon fan, so maybe because that's why I enjoyed it more. Because I think you always have that base that's like got a bitch about something, but it did good. It did well, and then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this actually was a lot of fun. Although it was right on the heels of fucking Deadpool, so it was kind of hard to. It was hard to. I was like, man, I'm trying not to hear Deadpool, but because it came out not too long after either the first or the second. But anyway, yeah, let's see that Batman this weekend. So you teleported another mile south. Not south. There's no fucking cardinal directions. You teleported another mile. I'm like, south of what? Another mile closer to, or 2 miles. I don't know. I remember the original plan was to teleport 5 miles away from it. So I guess now you're either 4 or 3, up to you 4 or 3 miles from Skullrot. From there, okay, so you teleport and you find yourself in you find yourself in a very swampy area, up to your ankles, all this muck. There's some stands of copses of it's not really greenery, I should say, but plant life that's very charcoal grayish and red and black in color. It provides a decent amount of foliage. It's sort of like you're in a somewhat of a clearing. It's about 15-foot circular clearing with in this bog, and it's surrounded by this foliage. There's the presence of annoying and biting insects, these mosquitoes that what should I say? Definitely not mosquitoes that you're used to from the material plane. They're like these yellow, sickly-looking mosquitoes, which your characters probably would have the fortitude to fight off whatever disease. But your characters aren't worried about disease. I think hero speech protects you from disease too. Or was it poison? It was poison. Yeah, it was. Okay. Oh. Where this guy go? It's disappeared. Oh, there it is. All right. So anyway, that's your surroundings. So it does look like it'd be actually a pretty good spot to. What was your? Oh yeah, the original plan was to find a spot so that you could set up a private sanctum spell, or what spell did you have?
What?
Mordenkainen.
Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Okay, it's the mansion. I don't think I've ever had that casted yet.
Nope, first time. We're about to camp in style.
We're level 20 now. You really think I'm gonna do a rope trick? Come on, man.
For real, yo.
I'm so used to rope trick. Like even at level 20, I'm like, you doing rope trick? Oh wait a second.
Nah, we're not sleeping on the floor no more.
This is like we're not sleeping in not no
Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. Cast that bad boy. I'm trying to have some invisible servants fucking bringing me grapes and shit.
Yeah, I gotta like read up on that stuff. It's been a while. Let me read it up.
I want to be laying up in like a nice luxury bed.
That's the bougie spells for wizards, man. You want to be bougie? Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Hells yeah.
Extra dimensional mansion up to 3 10-foot cubes per. What's your cast level? 28.
Yeah, 20.
So we got 280.
280 cubic feet.
Three per level. Hold on. So we got 84 10-foot cubes.
Sounds like a lot, right?
If you were to line them up, we're talking
84 10-foot cubes. So that's 8,400.
If you were to just line them up straight like a hallway, it'd be 840 feet.
Damn, that's a lot.
840 feet.
I don't know how much square foot exactly. You have it. Damn, how do I map this shit? Square foot.
I think they have a map on Google. I think.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, go put Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion map on Google.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, a bunch of pictures shows up.
But you got basically 84. You got 84 squares to like.
Oh, this one looks dope as hell. Look at this one.
Basically, have okay. So total area. That's what I'm looking for. Total area, 840 foot area.
Yo, guys, check this shit out. I gotta send it. Check that one out. They have a whole bunch of it. Did I send it?
Yeah, that's a big ass mansion, pretty much.
Look at that one.
So you conjure extra.
Oh shit! Yeah, they have. That's a cool.
They actually have maps.
Louis, look, that's from like a D&D book or something, right? Dungeon Master's Guild, $3.
Let me check out.
Oh, jeez.
Look at that shit. That's what you were just talking about that earlier, Louis. The Dungeon Master's Guild.
Mordenkainen, man.
Yeah, somebody put it up on there.
Look at that shit. Look at the entrance, man. Look at that shit. Looks freaking.
That's dope.
After a hard day of adventuring.
Oh, that's one right there. Oh, that's dope.
So, yep, you got 840-foot area of space to do whatever, which colors do whatever the hell you wanted with. Plenty of rooms, plenty of everything. The entry point looks like a faint shimmering in the air that's about 4 feet wide,
Dope.
8 feet high. Only those that Claudius designates may enter this extra-dimensional space. This means, wait, it's a conjuration.
Vindicators of
That's fucking dope.
Looks like some secret Amana shit.
For real.
Yeah, secret amount. I heard that. Where the fuck is
we got the mansion. Then we got Cynthia.
real.
awesome looking for conjuration? Oh, it's only for summoning magic. Okay.
I'm trying to get my back rub.
And we're eating like gods. Heroes feast.
And the portal is shut and made invisible behind you. When your characters enter, you may open it again from your side. Once observers have passed beyond this entrance, you're in a magnificent foyer with numerous chambers beyond. The atmosphere is clean, fresh, and warm. You can create any 4-planet. You know what it is? They got those maps because every wizard character that has got that spell is like, all right, I'm gonna pre-make my own mansion, so every time I cast this shit, this is what my shit is.
It looks like right. I think I'm gonna have to do the same too.
You can create any 4-plane you desire to the limit of the spell's effect. The place is furnished and contains sufficient foodstuffs to serve a 9-course banquet to a dozen people per caster level.
Oh, Lewis,
A dozen per caster level, so you can feed about 336 people in this. Wait, hold up. You can serve.
I have an army.
Wait, 336 people can eat a 9-course banquet.
Damn, they won't even finish to get to 9. They'll be done by like 3.
Staff of near transparent servants, as many as 2 per caster level. Liveried and obedient, wait upon all who enter.
The unseen servants, they're actually like visible, so you actually see them.
Except that they are visible and go anywhere in the mansion. Since the place can be entered only through its special portal, outside conditions do not affect it, blah, blah, blah. The arcane focus is a miniature portal carved from ivory, a small piece of polished marble, and a tiny silver spoon.
A staff of near transparent servants, as many as 2 per caster level, livered and obedient, wait upon all who enter. The servants function as unseen spell, except that they are visible and can go anywhere in the mansion. So let me see. That's 1 per 2 caster level 28. So what's that, like 14? How many of us are there?
There's only 6.
The 6 of us. So there you go, man. Each gets 2 servants plus there's 2 extras.
That's dope.
Yeah, I know, right? You want a foot massage?
4, 5, 6.
They can rub your foot.
For real, I want a back massage.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta live like kings, and queens. Because we got
you never know, man. This may be the end.
This might be like the Last Supper, man. Like
for real, gotta live it up.
Yo, when we have Heroes Feast, like our Last Supper, we gotta have like a portrait. Somebody.
All right, now, shit. I had a whole
pretty diverse group.
I have a whole list. I think I still have it. Nope, not here. Damn, where is it? Oh, there it is. So characters are resting. So your characters are here. You hear the rest. You probably hear not only just rest, but to also prepare for entering Skullrot and dealing with Eddie Marcus, possibly. Well, most likely. But also anything that could be guarding him. And you have yet the cage rights are most likely also here. Your characters are smart and wise enough to know this.
All of them, or some of them?
Probably, possibly all of them.
We got rid of a couple of them already, right?
But so far, there's been no encounter with them. And their ultimate goal is to free Audemars.
Oh, so I guess they want us.
So chances are, hopefully, they haven't done it already. Although if they had, I think Mirthon. Does anybody have like telepathic bond across the planes? Was there a way to contact people back home?
I don't know.
Shit. Well, I think Mirthon was going to do limited wish, so he can do. I think that I believe there's a spell that lets you do a telepathic bond across the planes. So send the message across the planes, but.
Yeah, because I think Rary's telepathic bond only works in the same plane.
Right? Yeah, it's only on the same plane. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, can't commune across the different planes. Not at that level yet. What are you sending? This is Rari.
All right. Okay, as I was saying, your characters need to, you're resting, which means now it's time to prepare once more. This is going to be about 8 hours passing by with another hour of prep, so it's like 9 hours. Let's see what's worn off.
I'll make more gold iron bullets. What I'll be doing.
You need a workstation.
Ain't that bad a bitch.
It's got crafting like it's FF14. You just kneel down and just. No, you need tools. You need a hammer. You need tongs. You need a forge. You need to get grimy and sweaty and dirty and sooty. Make them bullets. Actually, no, I don't know the process of making fantasy medieval bullets, but I don't think it needs. I don't think it needs all that, but it does need. I know he has a gun. He's got a gunsmithing kit.
Yeah, I think that allows him to create something.
I think that might be all he needs.
I think that's all he needs. Look at your kit. Read that kit, that gunslinger kit, Sino.
Gunsmith's kit. This small kit has all. Okay, here we go. This small kit has all the tools a person needs to create, repair, and restore firearms. Okay, except for the necessary raw materials. Okay. So he still needs chunks of cold iron ore somewhere. He just doesn't have the raw materials. But the kit lets him. Okay, I see what the kit is.
I saw
It just has all the tools he needs to like do all those things, but he just still needs the raw materials.
You mentioned like Bellator and Green Steel before, or was that like some of the weapons that those creatures had? The person that gave us a map.
It was what those creatures had.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I want to fight them. All right.
Still need to melt it down.
We don't want to fight them.
That would defeat the purpose after like Valentum's epic diplomacy.
Oh, the demons of Biakela. Yeah, that's right.
I remember you remember some of them had like Bellator and Green Steel equipment.
But it's time to re-prepare. All right, so man, you guys got a lot of shit.
Oh man, I don't even know what to prepare. I gotta prepare my spells. It's too long.
Well, I know the 9 lives spell wore off. Planar tolerance wore off. That's just Cynthia's buffs. Her Eagle Soul wore off. Her Greater Status wore off. Man, all this shit that wore off. I think there's 3 hours left on that. I'm marking these hours off. That's a lot of people with these buffs. Is that 9? Alright, 6 hours left on there. 7 hours left on that. Need drama. Magic investment. When did she do this? That wore off. 9 hours left on that. No, 6, 9, 7. Delayed them. This wore off. These are all the same. 6 and 7. The Zyno wore off. This has 6 and 7. Okay, so for Cynthia's stuff only, the 9 lives on Claudius wore off, and the planar tolerance wore off. For Cynthia, her Eagle Soul and her Greater Status spell and the planar tolerance spell wore off. For Nidrama, the Magic Vestment spell wore off. For Valena, Magic Vestment wore off. Zyno, Magic Vestment, Planar Tolerance wore off. Leaving the rest of the buffs still on. As for Claudius's buffs, that's what I need to check. Like the ones that he casted. I don't think. Party buffs, various hero power, bonding, trauma, aid, death ward, magic weapon, create a magic weapon. I haven't made a list.
Hmm?
Oh, Heroes Feast. That's 3 hours, and this is 4 hours. I thought I got Claudius's down. I got Cynthia's down.
What? My buffs?
Yeah,
Or
your
spell?
buffs. You probably have a list. If you do, send them to me. I just want to make sure it matches.
Okay.
I know some of these are on 20. I know Mind Blank is.
Yeah, Mind Blank is permanent because of the it's an amulet. The greenstone.
Moment of prescience. That spell is a funky spell.
What spell?
Moment of a moment of prescience.
Oh, moment of.
Yeah, moment of prescience. Because I gotta always keep that one in mind because because of one particular aspect of the spell. It's where is it?
Oh, it's discharge.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong spell. Never mind. Yeah, that's discharged.
Yeah, that's discharge.
I'm thinking of the wrong spell. I'm thinking of foresight. That was the other. That was the spell I was thinking about. Which
Oh yeah, foresight.
I don't think he has that on. Does he?
I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't think he does. No, foresight's an interesting spell because there's a line in here which I've never noticed before, but then like I read it and I'm like, holy shit! No wonder. Because I was reading the mechanics, I'm like, it's a nice buff, but I'm like, what's making it 9th level? And I was like, oh, I see it. It says, hold on, where is it?
It is like a very high level spell. But at first
That right
glance,
there. It's that sentence right there. In addition, the spell gives you a general idea of what action you might take to best protect yourself, and gives you a +2 insight bonus to AC reflexes. It's that word. It's that sentence right there. In addition, the spell gives you a general idea of what action you might take to best protect yourself. And I was like, wait a second. That means if something's about to happen, I have to be the one to tell you, Claudius, your character should to get out of this situation. You can simply you're like, I have to tell you, like that's wild. Yo, it's crazy because I'd be like, all right, Claudius, to get out of this, just use this magic item right now. And you'd be like, oh, cool, thanks for letting me know. It's like, no, your magic let you know. God damn it. That shit is.
Oh, that's actually that actually makes the spell actually way better. It's almost like, wait, don't cast that spell. It's not gonna have no effect. it's not gonna protect you. I have that. I don't know how many charges I have left. I have that magical item, the Serpent's Eye.
Yeah, I do remember you did. You did have something that gives that
Yeah, I've been
gives the
using.
benefits of
Yeah.
that. I thought
Oh,
it was is it a once. Yeah, it's a once per day item. That's what it is. It's got 6 charges still on it.
Does the charges? Does it like recharges or no? You use a charge.
No, no.
Oh, it's a one-time use.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess this is actually pretty good to use now in endgame. This is technically endgame, right? When we know we're gonna get next close to this thing. Oh, it can only be used once a day. It's not like I could just use it on everybody.
Do you have more perception to beat something like that?
Here it is right here. Last 8 hours, 9th level spell. 1 minute to cast it. So you're there for 10 minutes. It's like one of those ritual type spells.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's for 8 hours.
Man, I be casting every time you get the rest, huh?
Yeah. So last 8 hours, you could. Well, you can't extend it. It's 9th level spell.
Yeah.
But if you could add some other meta magic on it, if you're like, if you dealt with meta magic, level reducers or something like that, it may be possible to extend that so it would double it to 16 hours if you're really digging. That's pretty fucking dope. That's a crazy spell. Legitimately gives you control over the DM in a way.
What spell?
Foresight.
Oh, foresight.
Because like that's essentially what it's doing. If it's forcing the DM to have to like reveal information,
It's like a spider sense.
it's like that's exactly what I said to Matt
yeah.
before. It's like having spider sense in the game. That's fucking godlike.
I'm gonna prepare that spell now.
Hell's yeah! It lasts for 8 hours. If you were the kind of person whose characters was built on like being good at meta magic,
well, it gives you a general idea. Well, even a general idea is a good idea.
General is still fucking amazing. General covers a lot of shit. It just means you can't be specific about.
Right. So I couldn't say,
numbers.
hey, yeah, I couldn't be like, all right, for Claudius to get out of this, all he needs to do is use this magic item. Like I can't say that, but
right. But you could say you could tell him what not to do. That's usually a good general
right,
idea.
Yeah.
So be like, if Claudius were to go do something, you'd be like, doing that's not going to work, and so that would save Claudius an action.
Right.
Like something that seems like what you know. Or if he's going to fight something, like Claudius gets a general idea that fighting this is not a good idea. So then all right, this is not an encounter that I could win.
Louis, what about this situation? You remember when we fought
No, he doesn't have to roll any perception. Like it's not based on him perceiving anything. It's automatic.
You remember when we fought the
passive ability for 8 hours. That gives me a general idea. Yo, because from general, I could get the specifics really quick with divination magic.
Cast shit that can blow people's head off.
As a swift action, cast divination to find out like what exactly is the issue. To verify it and then move on from there. That's divination strong. That's fucking really good.
All right, Lewis. So let's say like I'm about to cast like greater than spell magic, and somebody has spell turning, and that actually could be super detrimental to me because all my buffs get this spell. Would that shit work? Be like, nope, don't do a greater than spell magic. You heard me, Lewis?
Yeah. Gives you a general idea of what action might take to best protect yourself. Like if using that, spell turn, and it would bring you harm.
Yeah, lose all my buffs. Questionable. The spell gives you a general idea of what action you might take to best protect yourself and
best protect yourself and gives you. Yeah, well, it depends.
Instantaneous warnings of impending danger or harm. to the subject of the spell. All right, in that same fight with the cage rights, remember that guy? I think he was a war priest. I don't know what class he was. That guy that was spamming that high level spell that
Oh, just casting overwhelming presence.
yeah, that crap.
Yeah.
Would that, like before he even casts that crap, would I know that he's capable of doing something? Not the specific spell, but he's capable of like just KOing people left and right.
Yeah, like the spell would be like don't get near him.
Wow.
You know, it would warn you. You get a warning of like, oh, I shouldn't get in this guy's radius because there's a good chance I'm not going to be able to pass the save and throw, and I'm going to drop to my knees. Like, yeah, it would probably do something like that. It would be like, all right, don't get near him because it's supposed to be a spell where you can kind of like, it's like spider sense. So it's like, if I look at this guy's DC for the spell and I compare it to your will save, and I'm like, and I see that it's a really high roll for Claudius would need to pass, then I'd be like, all right, your foresight spell, you know, it's got your senses tingling, your Claudius senses tingling. Like, don't get near this guy. There's really, really high chance he's gonna fail your saving throw.
Yo, this spell is
But yeah, because that's. I mean, I wouldn't say why. Like, I wouldn't be. It would just be like, don't get near him. But I wouldn't necessarily, because I have to be general about it. You know.
that actually makes it the way you using the spell now. Actually makes it worth spending a freaking level 9 slot. And the duration is not even that long either. You have to be strategic. It's only lasts 10 minutes per caster. I mean, at my level, it's actually 11. Still, we're like exploring. We could
Right. Yeah. It's yeah, for your character would last quite a few hours. It's good for like an excursion, pretty much. Like, all right, we're going in here. We gotta fuck some shit up, so let's get ready.
Right. I'll keep that on deck. Once we know, Archidemus is here. You know, the Marcus, I'm going to say, oh, he's okay. Let me put this shit back.
All right, so what we got going for the for buffs?
Oh, all right. Where's my list?
And of course, with the 8-hour rest, everybody's got their spell slots back and their HP topped off, and their any class features that they use got reset. Which I need to go fix. I'm gonna go fix that right now. Actually, the class features. So
I used up one action point, right? I got 14 out of 15.
Yeah.
It must have been something important.
I think it was a spell you really wanted to keep just in case. I don't know which one it was.
Or was it a spell that I wanted to make sure that it worked?
It might have been that. It might have. I know it was something.
Alright,
gotcha.
I'm gonna keep my same spells, just rememorize them for Cynthia.
Gotta read some spells.
Because I prepared those with the intent of, in case we were to run into them early. So I might as well just keep the same train of thought.
Oh wait, I think I forgot to do something when we were in that market or whatever. Before we went to get the map from this demon,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was supposed to buy some spell component in one of the freaking cities here because I don't got no wish spell diamonds. It says I got 0. Did I buy one?
But you did. Let me look at your sheet here.
Maybe I've never updated my sheet. Man.
For limited wish?
I mean, we could take some time for you to
regular wish.
Get spell components.
I can't go in there without being able to cast wish. Freaking suicide.
Regular wish? Yeah, I have 1 diamond down.
Just 1? Oh, why I got 0 then?
Oh, so you got your diamond then for your wish spell?
Yeah, because I think I had it where the chisel, they went balls deep with their connections to procure a diamond for Claudius.
Okay, that's dope.
You can't abuse the wish spell and lose this campaign. Just letting you guys know. Only was able to get 1 diamond.
Well, it's funny because like it's funny because like I'm looking at the spell component. I'm like, you know what? The Dungeon Master guy doesn't even have gems that go this fucking high. Like something like this is just not fucking sitting around. So as I'm thinking, thinking of the logistics of a diamond of that value or better, just lying around in certain places, like. I'm listening to I was watching this video it was a D&D video and I think they were talking something
There's magic
they were
guns that
talking
do that,
something
and then there's magic
Spelljammer
that you can
related
apply to a bullet to make it do that.
and like for some reason I think the diamond
Yeah, we do that shit all the
the
time.
wish spell got brought up and then the diamond thing came up and
yeah, fucking.
The guy was saying the exact same thing that I was thinking about. He's like, think of the logistics of having diamond around. This could be happening. That could be happening. They're in very high demand. So, if you're trying to get one, you're not the only one trying to get it. There's going to be a multitude of powerful beings that are looking for something like that, that you would have to contest with. And I was like, I was just thinking about this yesterday. And then I saw a TikTok video. Somebody was saying the same shit. I was like, all right, these motherfuckers need to get out of my mind. But yeah, I mean, like, you think about the logistics of it and you're like, yeah, this is not something I could just walk into fucking a city and just purchase because I wouldn't be the only one. And it would be gone very quickly because it's in high, it would be in that high of a demand. Like, could you imagine a church is like, yo, the prince died. It's up to us and our country. We need to bring him back because it's important for the political affairs here or whatever. Or maybe he's like the chosen prince for like a certain magic item or whatever. Like it could be any reason. So you got this temple is like, all right, we gotta get this diamond. They're not gonna walk into the water deep and be like, like. Like you go to Waterdeep looking for diamond like that. Like, yeah, I can help you find one. This is the perfect city to help you find one and locate one and be on your way to get one. But as for somebody just having it in their back pocket like that, there's a better chance of maybe bumping into somebody like that. But they ain't gonna give it to you for free. They sure as hell ain't gonna give it to you for just 25. What is it? 25K diamond? They sure as hell ain't gonna give it to you for 25K. Be like, wait a second. It's worth 25K, but I want about 100K in services right now because I know you really, really want. Like you can get fucked with that. People go on quests for that.
Lewis, for limited wish, the diamonds only cost 1,500 GP. I have 0 in my sheet for some reason. I know I wanted to buy 6 though.
For limited wish? Yeah, it says diamonds, 6 of them for limited wish.
You know what? Send me a copy of my character sheet. For some reason, I got like the old version here. It says 0.
All right, hold on.
Because I remember, like, I had a list. I wanted to buy all this stuff, but it looks like you already updated all that, right? All right, so wish I got 1, right? You said limited wish I have 6. I guess what I was trying to do was, if it was possible, when we were like in the market area around here, in that bazaar that we were at, if you don't know, maybe they had a $25,000 gem there, sitting there. I was gonna buy it, but if they don't have it, that's fine. 1 is better than none. But definitely 6 limited wish diamonds because it's only 1,500. That's nothing. Definitely, you already got that on your sheet, so definitely. See, I think I'm good with all the other spell components. Horse cage, I got 2 components for that. I probably have more. I know I bought more. I have 2 in my old sheet.
Files, players.
All right, guys, just making sure I got these key spell components. They could be clutch later on. I don't want to get yoked. You don't got that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, just something. Okay, yeah. said Cynthia was keeping her current prepared spells. Yeah. Which I don't really think she had to use any. And B was spell. Oh, how long does that last? Does that last as long as the characters have the spell? I think. Can you use spell ability?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that lasts until it's permanent. Okay. Permanent. All right, so she's good. And Claudius, I don't know if there's any spells he's changing around.
Yeah, I'm going over that now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't talking about cold iron bullets like he's running out. Come on, yeah, right there. 21. Okay. Let's see.
Do we still need telepathic bond or no? Or do we have a different telepathic?
I think.
Because I guess Claudius.
Was that permanent? Oh no.
Not, is it? Can that shit be made permanent? I would have done that.
Yeah, it can be. No, that's not on anybody.
I would have made that shit permanent.
I thought it was on.
I didn't think about that, but it's fine. I'll just cast it if I have to. I think that I didn't think of doing that because I thought that that spell that Cynthia casted on Claudius, but then we found out that it's an illegal spell, I guess. The axiomatic.
Oh, you're talking about the axiomatic. Yeah.
Because I thought we were all gonna be axiomatic, so that's why I never even bothered doing a permanent on that. Can I just do a permanent since I cannot be axiomatic? Can we do perm on that?
What does this spell do? It gives you linked minds. You can telepath. That's what it was. If everybody was axiomatic, you could talk telepathically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I wasn't even gonna do it permanent because we were just gonna rely on Cynthia's. But I think myself and another party member can I become axiomatic. Who's the other person? I forgot.
Zyno.
Sino? Oh. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make Ryer's telepathic bond permanent, and I'll also include, even though he's not here, Mirthon and who's the other person that was super close to us? Yenya.
It was Jenya.
Yeah, so if I have any available slots open after I get the Vindicators, definitely Yenya and Mirthon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, I gotta go over my spell book. I got like empty slots over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Skullrot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Oh yeah, I'm gonna prepare that spell now. What was it? Was it foresight? Actually, no. Let me prepare wish. I need a wish. I don't know.
That wish spell.
That shit is dead. That's like the trump card, man. I hope I don't have to use it, but if I do, true resurrection entire party. Is that a legal spell or legal wish? Greater true resurrection.
I don't think it's that strong.
I don't think it's that strong either. Probably miracle is.
Although I think it could, but you know how Wish is. It's gonna alter something. It's gonna be like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Everybody's coming back to life, but they're actually being reincarnated instead of resurrected.
Right. Everybody's level 1 again.
Everybody's coming back as another race or an animal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because Zino comes back as a fucking as a dire boar. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to shoot with the as a dire boar? Oh, that'd be some shit. Got fucking Metzel comes back as a chicken. That motherfucker be kung fu kicking with the chicken. Hey, Watson had a he made a druid monk because that was that was the disrespect he was gonna do to the enemy, was to wild shape into a chicken and start attacking with his monk features. Because his chicken feet wouldn't be doing 1 point of damage. That shit would be doing 2d6 to him. Going to a room full of orcs, they come out. Orcs come running out, getting their ass whipped by a fucking 5th level monk chicken. All right. Oh, that's what I needed to do. The only thing that sucks about this fucking crap. That would have been a pain in the ass to make myself, though. Although I've done it in the past. Where is this one? I need to upload this. One of that sucks is that, like, sometimes people will make these big adventure books. They'll have fan-made, like they'll use like Dungini, or they'll use campaign cartographer, um, usually Dungini, but they'll like remake the maps from the D&D adventures, and they'll make them look nice, like really detailed. Unfortunately, there really wasn't that many for fucking Shackled City, except for like the earlier chapters. I found a guy on it was on Reddit, surprisingly. Somebody on Reddit was posting up like these remade maps of like some of the for some of the adventures, for like the adventures in Shackled City, and I think he did the maps for like the first 2 chapters or 3 chapters, first 3 chapters, and I'm like, God damn it. Why the fuck couldn't you have made this shit when I was actually running these adventures? There were some nice looking ass maps. I was like, I would have used these maps over the fucking ones in the book any day. He put some work into that. I was like, these would have been great to use back then, but so I'm looking around for like, I'm like, I want a really good looking map of Skullrot. I don't want to use the one from the book because it's basic. It's mad basic. I'd say that's always been like my biggest gripe with Dungeons and Dragons. Like I wish their quality with like dungeon maps for like their adventures were like better, way much more better quality instead of just being basic as hell. Like even if they didn't want to sell it with the book, they could have done like a separate product where it's like, here are all the maps and beautiful quality, fucking even fold out posters of it if you needed that instead. Like, boom, just we'll sell this as a separate product. I'd fucking put money into that, but these motherfuckers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab where is it? The hell? Oh, is that why? I did choose a file. Upload my shit. Wow, is it like they just gave up? It's like I don't want to upload. Oh, I'm like, why isn't it creating? That's why. Skullrot. No, I named it. All right. It's pretty big because background black. No, I don't want a grid because it's already got a. Well, I might have to make a grid later, but grid. Why won't it upload? Hold on. I'm trying to get this map up. It's just being mad stupid.
I might get a fine.
My what?
Now that I'm preparing my spells like a real wizard. I'm like on level 5 now. Then I have to go to level 6. Like I forgot what spells I had in my spell book. Freaking 103 pages, my character sheet. See, because I have to like try and like think ahead, like what combos could potentially like. Man. Yeah, playing a wizard is like playing chess. It's like you have to like think what's gonna happen for like the rest of the day. How are things gonna play out, or at least try to guess. Well, kind of over this flesh too.
Oh my god, this thing's not. It's refusing to upload, and it's pissing me off.
I got that right. So it's brand.
Okay, let's try this. I don't know why the fuck it's not uploading. It's not a big file. It's only 16 megabytes. It's not like I'm fucking putting 1600 megabytes. that why? Okay, maybe that was why. Weird. Wow. Upload. What is going on? Thank you. I'm about to say. Take man long for no reason. Ugly ass man. But it'll do. Alright. So, characters ready to trek your way to the last miles to Skullrot. Fuck Watson. This guy Watson disappeared. Alright.
What the hell? The character sheet that you sent me, I can't open it.
It's weird. Alright, let me try to send it again.
That's all right.
It says Microsoft 97 2004. I wonder if it's because of an older edition of Word. We'll still be able to open it.
Matt said he's thinking heavy about Gunslinger.
I like it.
It's a good class. It's a good class.
He says a good class.
I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it. I want to be some sort of artificer. I want to be some sort of
He
Man.
says he wants to be some sort of artificer mixed with a gunslinger because he wants to tinker and make things, but he also wants to shoot things too.
The amount of bosses I've
Come
bodied
with some
by
blessed
myself.
bullets.
I fought a dragon, okay? Listen.
Yeah, he solo a dragon by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a dragon that had beef with him, and he fought a red dragon above the city. Like, he was like, yeah, fly spell on, so that's how he was able to like keep mobility.
Yeah.
He was flying in and out of like fucking abandoned fucking homes,
Like,
using it as cover, fucking fighting
yeah,
a dragon by himself, bro.
fighting, flying through a clock tower, like,
Everybody was in their own area.
Mhm.
Everyone was in their own area
Um,
fighting their own nemesis, pretty much. Because I modeled that fucking last. I modeled that whole fight in the city while the fucking shit was erupting, and everybody was fighting their own thing. I modeled that after like a One Piece arc, pretty much.
that was dope.
Because you know how they always show that map of the city or wherever the characters are at, and then like they show you where like, all right, this guy's here, he's fighting him, and Nami's over here doing this.
Oh,
Yeah,
right in the beginning of the episode.
yeah. Fucking that's how the map looked during
Like when they're
that
level
chapter.
4.
Because I was like, because I was like, yeah, Claudius is here, and he's fighting this dude inside of this library, and then and I was like, all right, and Metzwar's over here fighting Dorlot, Not Dorlot. That was the father. What the fuck is his name? Dracor? But yeah, I modeled that after like One Piece. That shit was dope. That shit always enters my mind when everybody was fighting their nemesis.
Yeah, man. I like the holy war that fucking
Palladium had a holy war
that
going on.
Palladium and Cynthia had with the Church of Talos. That was really, really dope.
Colors were having a magic duel battle. Fucking this guy here fighting a dragon in the air. Because it was dope. Because it was like, it's like, wow, fucking yeah, Mitsuo.
If that was animated, that shit
Yeah,
would be
that shit would
hype
have
as
been dope.
fuck. Because that was all happening while there was a big ass rift in the
Right.
sky,
Because
and fucking
yeah,
demons
the
are fucking
Demodons are coming
pulling
out
through,
and fucking
attacking like the populace. It was like really like apocalyptic shit.
and then Kai was underground fighting
Yeah, I
fucking
can't remember what Kai was doing.
he was on the ground dealing with some like leftover members of the Thieves Guild because they
Oh,
jumped
okay.
him and then like he ended up fighting a doppelganger named Gortio. The thing was he was stuck in a lava chute where there was lava flowing, so like he was hopping between him and Gortio were fighting while they were hopping between like debris and that was being carried by the lava on the ground. So he was fighting on the ground doing that shit. Claudius is in a fucking big ass was in the main library of the city, magic fighting his nemesis. Zino was flying in the sky fighting Hookface.
Hook Face, that was the name of
Yeah,
the
and
dragon.
Metsua and that fucking that half black dragon, half minotaur monk. They were fighting in the city. They were
Yo,
pummeling.
Mizra was getting his ass
They were
stomped by that half black dragon monk.
Got his ass beat.
He was
yo
getting
that they were
destroyed,
having.
and then his dwarven friends came and gave him that fucking
Gave him that thing.
that fucking
It
that
was like
elixir that's
the
like an
elixir.
artifact from his god. He drank it, and that shit turned him into some sort of like mineral warrior or some shit like that. Like he turned to pure like divine stone. That was the first power up that he got. And this nigga basically turned into some sort of like monolithic perfect monk made out of mineral and shit. He could go through the earth. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's when he started fighting this dude. And he still wasn't really winning. It wasn't like he was like fully overpowering this dude.
They had
And then the
they
black
had
dragon took the dude took a hostage and was like, "I'll kill your dwarven friend if you don't stop or whatever."
I just remember something.
no,
Like,
but he fought him. No, they ended up having like a real
Nah, they had a real fight in
they
the
had a
end.
real crazy anime brawl after that because they were both doing Dimension Door all over the place.
Yeah, they were doing dimension
And then
door like back and
I
forth,
think
like teleporting while fighting and shit.
he had that one monk ability where he could send his unarmed attacks out
Monk.
at a distance. It was Blood Crow Strike. He was doing that at a distance with Metsua dodging, and I think what was Metsua doing? He was doing something I thought he was doing something at a distance. So he was just dodging a lot and they kept like doing a lot of dimension doors and flurry of blows and
I think the only one that didn't get
they were breaking up buildings and fucking
the only person that didn't get touched, I think, was like Claudius. He outsmarted.
yeah, it was Claudius.
Hell yeah, he did a flawless victory on Elphaba. And then
Althana, that was his name.
he tried to use that emotional thing. Oh, if you don't do this, people are innocent are gonna die. Whatever. Claudius didn't fall for that shit.
The one thing I was upset over in that final battle was that like, because Ricky had quit, was it was supposed to be Zalarian
Oh, I remember.
and Black Sin 7, and my plan for those two was that they were going to be fighting on the city walls, 1-on-1. That was where their 1-on-1 battle was going to end up. Was on the city wall, and then because they're both maguses, they were obviously magic was going to be involved. So fucking, I was going to have it where it went from the walls to like the rooftop of the houses. No, from the wall to falling off the wall, battling as they're falling, and then landing on top of the house roofs, and then fighting on top of the roof houses from there. What was the other way around? No, it was the other way around. I was gonna have them like fighting the buildings and fighting the rooftops, and then he was gonna I was gonna have Black Sin 7 fucking end up on the city wall. And that was where their final like fight was gonna end up being. It was like fighting on top of the wall. That's what it was. It was gonna go from the ground all the way up. Obviously through means like teleportation, because I knew Ricky had given Zalarian that one spell where you turn yourself into a lightning bolt and you zap through. Like, yeah, I was gonna. I knew he had that, so I was like, all right, that could be like his way to like get up higher, to like catch him, or he could just cast a fly spell too. But still, you want to make these battles look godlike, so I had that plan. I was like, that. I was like, yo, this would be awesome.
Yeah, you said, "Oh, I had all this plan for Ricky. He quit on me."
Yeah, I was upset because like I wanted the battles to like not necessarily cross over, but like while Metzor and like the guy he was fighting are like fighting across rooftops and Dimension Dawn, like they end up like crossing through the other fight as it was going on, but not necessarily like get mixed up in it. Just like they just happen to like pass by each other. Because I know I had it where while Darren was fighting this guy, like the red dragon flew right overhead, but it wasn't there to like attack Metzor or anything. Like I was like, you take a glance up and you see the red dragon flying, but he looks like I was like, you notice that he's chasing someone. You notice it was Dino. Like I was having shit like that happen. That whole shit was godlike. I was like, yo. All right, so let's start here, where your characters are. You rest. I mean, your characters are inside the Claudius's magnificent mansion. Your characters have their meals. And he said, have the unseen servants give him a massage. Your characters pretty much enjoy the luxuries of the magic that Claudius has brought to the group. And
Only the best. Only the best for my friends, my fam.
And you prepare yourselves. As you go over, as each of you are like in your own mindset, like about what to be prepared for next, because the next stop is this prison area, the Skullrot prison asylum. Actually, it's known as. So it's both a prison and an asylum. And that this could be it. You'll go in and you will see the status of Eddie Marcus and what to do from there. And
I need a staff.
obviously there'll be resistance to deal with in there.
I need a staff for Water and Water Force. All right, because that's taking up too much of my spell slots. That's it. Staff, no +1 to save them. Just a one that gives me the ability to cast spam, Wall of Stones, and Wall of Force. That's all I care. Nothing else. No fancy works.
A staff of walls.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised I don't got this shit up on this.
Claudius has plans for the future. He's like, I'm gonna make this and this, make my shit more convenient, cause fuck this. All right, so
Definitely buying that shit next.
the characters prep in the morning, and as you exit out the mansion, is like, there's a silence over the group as you make your way towards Skullrot, which is only just a few more miles left. And you notice that the terrain has a lot of trampled reeds and crisscrossing tracks. And then once you get to about a mile from the place, you start to stumble upon bloated, maggot-ridden, fungus-encrusted corpses of slaughtered fiends. Most of them Demodons. rats. Why and how this occurred, and in this area so close to Skullrot, the characters have some theories. The best one being that that portal that was actually opening up in Cauldron was opening here, because the true goal of the cage rites was not to just open a permanent portal to Carceri, but to release Addie Marcus. So if the portal was meant to do that, it would have made sense for the portal to have actually opened in this area. And these were where
Also, we were creatures from here.
these were where those Demodons were flying in from. And the ones that didn't make it through because the portal ended up closing. And ended up stuck here and started slaughtering each other, apparently. And their bodies are just here rotting. And there were dozens that were landing in the city. But here, you notice there were thousands. So, fortunately, not all of them were able to get through. Well, it would have been devastating, not just for Cauldron, but for the Choltov Peninsula itself. As you near the location of Skullrot, you begin to make it out in the distance as you see a bare black rock rising above the fetid quagmire, and upon it stands a towering white edifice over 200 feet in height. Frightful screams and howls fill the air around the structure. Obviously, Addie Marcus isn't the only thing imprisoned here. Dozens of iron cages hang from bone spurs along the outside walls of the upper floors, each one holding a humanoid skeleton or corpse. 4 massive horned skulls surmount the structure. The ground surrounding the tower has been trampled completely flat by a horde of fiends, a horde that now lies slaughtered to the last. Strange leprous fungi and other fruiting bodies grow from the field of carrion with hideous, almost visible speed. Rooting through the horrific mess are dozens of those lumbering scavenger beasts the size of elephants. Those 6-legged creatures that look vaguely like tusked hippopotami, with the long flat tails and the thunderous sound of their bellows and open-mouthed fungus chewing fills the air with a rumbling accompaniment to the howls and shrieks from the tower itself. One creature in particular is truly massive in size, its rigid back nearly as tall as the tower itself. The others give this cantankerous-looking bull a wide berth as it roots through its horrid dinner near the tower. Yes, there is another herd of these thunder beasts, although much smaller size of a herd than what your characters have accidentally bumped into before. All you see here is you see the one thunder beast behemoth, and is that the only one? Creatures. Notice that the creatures feeding on the fungus blooming from the dead fiends are over a dozen of them, but none of them seem to pay any attention to your characters. They're just lumbering about. Although the Thunder Beast behemoth that's near the tower itself does look like it can be pretty hostile. Its its movements are more aggressive and intimidating, as if it's staking its spot, its territory. Although from the distance that you see this at, it hasn't seen or noticed you or anything like that. But of course, to get into Skullrot, you have to get by this particular herd, or at least that just that the Thunder Beast near the tower itself. Your characters obviously have the resources to get in, completely avoiding this creature if you want to. But of course, the main reason is you don't want to cause a stir with this creature, because they do have a bellow that can be heard for miles, and if that thing roars, anything in the tower that's completely unaware of your presence or of you even coming there to enter the place will definitely be alerted that somebody's nearby.
So Valadinum looks at the situation and he says to Claudius telepathically, he goes, "So, would you happen to be able to do some sort of trickery, some sort of illusion of some sort to get that Thunder Beast behemoth's attention and maybe lead it away from the tower so that we could take the tower without causing a commotion?" My guess is
All right,
that
Louis, I'm gonna do
whatever
it.
you send would need to be sufficient, enough to grab just its attention. But you know,
Louis, I'm doing a knowledge check. Planes. What is like their favorite kind of food, like animal wise or whatever? What kind of creatures they eat? What is like the preferred diet? I guess I got to roll.
Yeah, bro.
Or that was my knowledge.
can Cynthia help you with that knowledge check?
Yeah, I could just ask her. Actually, I just asked Cynthia. I forgot you. We have a freaking walking scholar. I'll let
Yeah,
Cynthia.
Cynthia
What
knows
is
a
their
lot.
what is their preferred morsel of food, animal wise? Maybe I might be able to conjure an appetizing delicacy for them to distract me.
All right, let me grab Cynthia's skill right quick.
Giraffes, maybe. I'll summon a couple of giraffes. Something big enough to satiate that hunger.
Would that be considered knowledge nature, Lou?
Nah, we're in the plains. Probably plains, right?
Knowledge planes.
Knowledge planes? Okay.
That's your forte, Cynthia.
Yeah,
Plains.
knowledge planes. So I get an extra little bonus on that.
I could add another because I would definitely pass. So +2 from Claudius.
Yeah, let's get it. Jump in or help me out with that little extra boost. I went too far. Those are spells. Here we go. Knowledge planes. So plus 30. Alright. Let's get a 1d20 plus 30. Let a good times roll. No, I put plus 300. My bad.
That's +30. So what was that, 40?
Here we go.
Nice.
So 45.
There you go, man. Oh, they love monkey brain. All right, monkey, celestial monkeys it is. Or the fiendish monkeys, whatever. Hopefully low level monsters. I want to use level 3 spells to be low.
Right.
Now the question was about what food?
Yes, because they're animals, right? We trying to
Yeah. Can you produce something? Are you able to cast a
they,
spell to produce something that would that
that they
has
like.
uh?
Yeah. The point is, I'll cast a spell and then lead them away.
Can you cast a spell that has that produces an illusion with with olfactory senses, like it has a scent?
Okay.
Um, because you carry Cynthia
Are we
responds.
trying to lead them, are we trying to make an illusion, or are we trying to lead them away?
Oh, I thought you were doing like an illusion of like something to like lead it away from the tower, or.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I was just gonna summon actual creatures and direct them to.
Oh, like if it
You
was
know,
a creature. If it
like
was like a
actual.
particular creature itself.
Yeah, it's a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, like
um,
well, once it digests, it'll go back to its native plane. It's not for the animal lovers here. All right, we're not really hurting animals here. I'm not calling an animal. It's gonna be summoned. It's a difference.
yes. Anything seafood.
Anything what? Seafood?
So if you can conjure or create something
Like a
that has a
conjuring?
strong smell of something that came not just out of the ocean, but out of a river. It could whet its
What about
appetite as it makes its way over towards it.
what about those humanoid creatures, the sagahi? That they look like fish type
Oh,
creatures?
the Sahagin?
Yeah, those people. Yeah. Does that count? Like fishmen.
As long as you can get them to smell, yeah.
Something that smells like a fishman creature. I mean, I guess knowledge nature would here will be like knowledge nature. Well, we Cynthia did already the knowledge plane, so we know what they like. Now it's a different knowledge check, knowledge nature, to see from our plane of existence what's a fishy type creature that's very smaller. So a sagahi or those things that we fought with the monks, were they fish related or no? Back I think they were
Oh,
like
the Kuatoa.
Kuatoas, yeah. Are they fish? No, they're not fish, right?
They're like fish people, yeah.
Yeah, they stink. Didn't they kind of stink too?
Oh, yeah,
The
they smelled like a Kuatoa work.
Yeah, that was exactly that was like one of the moves that they could nauseate us and shit. And then these creatures left to nauseate us as well. All right, Kuatoas, man. Let's bring some Kuatoas. Flashback from chapter 3.
When I died,
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. He was like in their excrement.
that was all Kai's fault.
Yeah, it was Kai. That was Kai's idea. He put on some gloves like, oh, I'm just gonna hide him this shit in here. They're not that high for race that are very like monk like. They were not very hygienic. I consider monks to be like more hygienic, more like take care of them. They had like
Yeah,
a
because there was a
shit.
room where they had their droppings all over the
I
fucking
know that's like, oh, that's not really monk like. I mean, they were like barbarians, yeah. Like, monks, all right, it's the first. Oh wait, I got to do a nature check, right? No, Cynthia got that. Come on, Cynthia. I know you got high nature. This was my skills. Let me get my skills up.
So how? What are you doing? You're trying to conjure like
Oh
fiendish,
yeah, Kuatoa. Yeah. Oh
fiendish
yeah.
Kuatoas.
What's that? Like a level 2 summon spell? Which one produces? How many of them we need? Like a whole bunch of them, right? Because they're huge. I'll summon like 20 of them. Fortunately, they're not high level. They're like less than a level, so I should be able to get a whole bunch of them. Go, get the summon monster.
The Kuatoas, they probably summon monster too. the challenge rating?
The challenge rating is half of 1, right?
It's just half.
I don't know. I'm just.
Oh, I'm like, what? It's just
A human
half?
will be half. A human will be half, right? They're probably stronger than a human, base human.
Like a human warrior level 1 would be like a half. I think the Kuatoas were like 2.
They're that high. I'm not actually getting monks.
Yeah, I was right. They were 2. Okay. Just the basic Kuatoa, no class levels. Yeah, it's just 2. So summoning like fiendish Kuatoas, it would be just a summon monster 2.
That's only just to summon 1.
I think that's
correct?
just a summon 1. Yeah. So
How many? Well, you see my mathematical skills here. He's very good at math bodies. How many do you think I will need?
Just a few.
All right, so I guess I'll bump it up to like level 4, right? Level 4 lets me summon a few of them, right?
Yeah, level 4 would let you do summon 1D. Was it like 1D3 plus 1?
I believe so. I mean, if I have to go level 5, I'll do level 5. Just to make sure. Level 4 I think should be. Oh yeah, I gotta send you my list of my spells before I even cast anything. I mean, I think I'm done. Let me do copy and paste.
Yeah. Oh, 1D4 plus 1. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's the max, right? 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah. So if you cast it as, if you did summon monster 4, it would be 1D4 plus 1.
Level 5 will be the same thing, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Right, so and level 3, I think it's less. It's only like 1d3, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with the level 4 then.
Alrighty.
D4 plus 1. Oh, I'm gonna be using, because I didn't really prepare any level 4 summoning spells. So he's using that his vest of summoning vest to automatically convert a level 4 spell with him. Right, let me make sure I cannot do something real quick. No. Oh, you know what? I just noticed something, Lewis. I have greater. I have No, that's not greater. That's something.
So you're trying to, what are you trying to do?
Oh no, I thought I had not mirror image. I thought I had the illusion spell. What is it called? You know, like silent image. That's the level 1/1, but it's like
Yeah.
that's a greater version. I thought that I was looking at my beguiler. Hold on, I get that as a level 1 beguiler. Maybe I got the high level 1.
I thought there was one that.
Yeah,
there.
I'm trying. Let me go like level by level. Level 2 is not there, so it's not level 2. Major. Oh, I do have. It's a level 3 spell. It's in my regardless list. Major image. Is that any good? Let me look up what that spell is. I don't even think I ever used that because I used silent image a lot back in the low levels days. I never really used mirror image.
Right. I mean, it would be smart. It would be smart to use probably like the your
Creature,
low
right?
level summon monster to summon the the real ones. But if you have the image there, the image wouldn't be affected by being nauseated. So it would actually stand a chance of continuing to get the creature to continue chasing it.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure those Kuatoans, when they get first summoned, they're gonna be paralyzed by that nausea and ate up in like one turn, and then
I
the
wonder if
decoy is then gone. So we need that one invincible one, the one
right.
that's a fake.
All right. Let me look. Let me see the major image then. What major image does real quick.
I mean, in that case, since you have real ones there, you wouldn't even need for it to like truly be. I don't think you have to
Oh,
worry about
Major
having
image
it's
is
pretty.
good because it does
a
have
factory
Yeah, look,
component to it.
it does have. Check this out, guys. For major image,
it has
the
smell,
spell
right?
functions like it has silent. Let me see. The spells functions like silent image, except that sound, smell, and thermal illusions are included in the spell.
Oh,
While
sure. So okay,
concentrating, you
cool.
can
So
while
yeah,
concentrating, you can
nice.
move the image within range. The image disappears when struck by an opponent unless you cause the illusion to react appropriately. Oh yeah, so I could basically
So if that's the case,
and
you
make
could
it.
just use that. You don't even have to bother summoning.
There you go,
and,
man. Yeah, and it's
and it's a
and I don't
long
have to
ass
waste my.
range too. It's like 1,400 feet.
And they last basically concentration
Major
plus
image.
3 rounds. Concentration, there you go, perfect. And that's a spontaneous
Um,
spell from my Beguiler skill.
basically,
So yes, I'm gonna use my wizard stuff. Awesome. All right, so we're going with the mirror image of Kuatua. So there you go.
All right. So your characters easily avoid like the other Thunder Beasts. They weren't really like close enough to like for you to really like intrude on their area, and they don't really pay even if they noticed you from when they were at, which sometimes like their head had looked in your direction. They just like didn't pay no mind. They just went back to like looking on the ground and trying to eat through whatever fungus is growing on the fucking bloated corpses that are still surrounding this entire freaking region. It's when you get closer to to the to the big mama, um, and you can make it. You can see the Skullrot.
Again.
You can see more details of the structure of Skullrot, which looms high above these stench-ridden swamps. And you actually were able to spot that from spot the site itself from a mile away. But now that you're just a few hundred feet away from it, notice that the entire building is made from fiendish skulls cemented together with a hard resin. And the four massive skulls that are affixed to the uppermost floor look like some massive demonic skulls. And they appear. It looks like those skulls are like glowering menacingly into the tortured sky. As you get close enough for players to feel comfortable to like, I'd say about 500 feet works. You cast your spell as you weave together an illusion of a giant Kuito.
yeah,
Huge. Make it huge.
that shit looks like fish sticks on
And then
fucking
smells
wheels.
too.
That thing.
Giant Kuito smelling all sorts of like all sorts of with all sorts of aquatic smells attached to it, and you have it go. You have it. Obviously, I know you like you have it go in a direction so that
It's like putting a carrot in front of a horse, right? Oh.
right. It's like that. You position it in a way so that it goes to the left, diagonally from your group. Gets spotted by the Thunder Beast, which looks at it, and then like as you force as you make your illusion go closer and closer towards it, it does catch it. It seems to have caught a whiff of the creature, as then it starts to sudden, and it hasn't realized it's an illusion. It has no reason to, not until it interacts with it. Which it has technically. It smells it, but it doesn't have a reason to disbelieve it. I mean, its intelligence is 2, so so right. So until it charges into it, I'm not going to let it get its will save. When if it actually touches it and charges into it, I'll be like, all right, let me give this creature the will save.
And I'm only affect one of them, not the rest. It's not like they can communicate with each other. Hey, that's actually food.
Right. It starts to charge towards your illusion. as you concentrate on it and have it go as far as it can reach for your spell's distance. Any further, and it'll stop. Which leaves your characters a great opening to make your way through quickly.
Let's go.
Which your characters do. And meanwhile, the behemoth does is charge and hit into it. Let's
It
see.
serves its purpose.
Did it realize it was an illusion?
It's gone.
Will save. Yeah, totally failed.
Yes, got a 7 on his will save. Good stuff.
So it's like
He believes the
confusing.
hype.
It's confusingly biting at it and actually getting more and more pissed that that it can't bite at.
Oh no, it's delicious, but I don't feel so.
Huh?
God, they're like, oh, I keep biting, but I don't feel like eating anything. What the hell's going on?
Right. So
All right, so let's make for this. Let's make for the opening before this thing comes back.
so your characters get up to the entrance of Skullrot that looms overhead, hearing those awful, bone-chilling cries and screams, and just pure and utter madness emanating all around it from all the beings and creatures that are imprisoned inside. The features of the Skullrot, places like I said, made entirely of fiendish skulls, cemented together with some sort of hardened resin. So the walls, floors, and ceilings will have the strength of magically treated masonry, but are also porous, meaning those with gaseous form could pass through the walls without much of a problem. The constant howls and screams of
What?
the walls are also porous, meaning if you were in gaseous form, you could slide through the walls without any problem. The constant howls and screams of Skullrot's incarcerated fiends can be heard throughout the structure. And you are already hearing it from out in the swamp area as well. Ceilings are about 20 feet high throughout this asylum. Because of the howling and screaming within the place, it will drown out. It'll drown out some sound. So any perception checks made to hear anything is going to be taking a -10 penalty. There are no forms of illumination inside, which doesn't matter because your characters already have them on. Which also made you a shining beacon to whatever's inside.
Who's light up again?
I think
All
so.
the people that have.
Well, yeah, the ones that have celestial brilliance, which is still on.
Got it.
The dangling cages, there's dozens of them. They hang from bone spurs on the outside of this place. Almost all of them contain some form of animated skeleton or zombie that are vigorously shaking their cages and groaning mournfully. With your arcane sight, you can tell that Skullrot, Claudius, is definitely protected by evil magic that makes the entire place an unholy site.
Okay.
At an overwhelming magic level.
I'm not knowledge to everyone else.
It's basically got the effects of an unhollow spell in this entire place.
Whoa. Our holy people are at disadvantage.
Which means everything within the structure is going to be guarded as if by a magic circle against good. The DC to resist negative channeled energy is going to be going up by 4, while resisting positive channeled energy, such as that from Cynthia, the DC would be reduced by 4. And of course, there is magic attached to this structure that you're not entirely sure what extra effect is attached. But the characters will probably find out eventually. McCoy can also make out his arcane sight and his high spellcraft. That that in a place like this, it makes sense. It's completely protected by
headquarters of evil.
It's completely protected by an effect, and of course, this is to keep obviously whoever's incarcerated inside from escaping so easily. An effect similar to dimensional lock.
Actually, that's
which bars any astral projection, blink spells, dimension doors, ethereal joints, etherealness.
Every time we go into like boss fight, it's like there's always a dimensional lock effect.
Yeah. No gates, so that means no plane shifting, no shadow work, no teleporting, no. Yeah.
Yo, you know the school of conjuration. By the way, I'm playing a conjurer. Like 50% of the spell has to do with teleportation, and the other 50% with summoning. It's like you're gimping my character off the bat again. 50%.
Hey.
I have to play as a generalist wizard now.
Hey, you guys know it's a prison. You think for fiends, they're not going to make it easy to get out. Now, obviously, from Claudius's knowledge, a place like this.
Why didn't my foresight kick in and told me don't prepare teleportation type spell?
No, it would no. I wasn't in. No, because foresight works for like the immediate future, not like.
Oh yeah. The immediate. When I was about to walk in, how about when I want to walk in? Your spells won't work in here.
All I know is common sense. Y'all were going into a prison for fiends, so obviously they didn't want these motherfuckers escaping that easily. Although Claudius has a valid theory that while this effect blocks all these things, he's pretty positive that there's a strong possibility that the wardens of this place would have a means to do all that. Would have a means to bypass those such a ward, probably through a token, probably either through a token or a password or whatever means. It could be an item that like I said, a token. That's just something they'll have to gather information about once they're inside.
Right.
But it's a strong possibility. It would make sense because you wouldn't want the inmates easily, dimension dooring or etherealing themselves out if they do get out their cells or whatever.
Kind of like a demon.
But
dimension door. or plane to another ship.
Plus, this is a prison that is housing a demon lord, like the upper top echelon of demon kind. So of course it's going to have among the strongest forms of abjuration available. Despite this dimensional lock effect, it will not block banishment or dismissal spells or anything similar to that.
We're not trying to do that. We're here to
Nor, now it prevents summoned creatures from appearing, but it doesn't prevent them
from being banished,
from disappearing.
Don't get banished, Nidrama. Well, then again, we're all outsiders here, kind of. We could all get banished, right?
I believe so.
Not our native plane no more.
Yeah, you're not in your native place. So if somebody did banishment, on your characters.
Yo, people could banish us now.
You'd go back to the material plane.
Well, let me start giving you ideas. We're like, yo, let's banish Cynthia.
Oh no, I already Go back to your world. Shoosh.
She can just be like, oh, plane ship. Oh, wait, I didn't prepare that spell. Oh, too bad. Look at Do I got that shit in my... Do I got plane shit? I'm dumb if I don't. At least a scroll. Didn't think of that. Oh, it's too late now.
That's what I wanted to do. Real quick.
A limited wish could mimic plane shift spell, so I'm good. Limited wish. Oh wait, talking of limited wish, I ain't even prepared limited wish. Oh yeah, I actually did. I got that covered. Open slots. I could just like spontaneously cast that shit if I need it.
Did it reveal? What the hell? Reveal. Oh, there we go. About to say. Let's move the. Where are your characters? Oh. Let's move your thing here. I know, big ass number on there. Oh, I thought I had a player version, but the number wasn't there. All right. How does one get in? Oh, that's a balcony. Bar entry into the structure. The iron doors are arcane locked. All right. So the entrance to this place is actually on a balcony, 30 feet up.
30 feet up.
It's made entirely of skulls.
I'm flying already. So.
Oh, you're already flying, right? So, the characters just need to get up there. Obviously, Messor can easily climb or choose to fly. Zyno can also have he could either choose to climb or fly because he has a flying item.
Yeah, we probably want to conserve like short range fights, right? So I could just fly up there and throw a rope.
Cynthia could get up there because she could fly. So I just leave Valenum. I think Valenum. I mean, he could just use the rope.
I just use the rope.
Yeah, Valenum could use the rope rather than drink a fly potion or something like that.
Yeah, it makes no sense to use spells or drink a potion at this stage. So we'll use a rope. It's fine. Because I know if you wanted, you could teleport with your boots, but then you
yeah, I could teleport with my boots too, but that's like a waste.
Yeah, waste.
But then again, it seems like we can't teleport while we're in there anyway.
Now we don't know that. We don't know that. We might be able to overcome that somehow.
Okay.
30 feet, that's nothing. I mean, Messwalk could fly naturally, right? Or no? Oh, that he can climb. Oh, somebody cool.
Metro can climb, no problem. Yeah.
Somebody cool borrow my boots if they don't mind wearing my boots for a few seconds. I got spider climbs on my boots.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah. And I think it could be used for like up to like 10 minutes for their
Yeah.
So there you go.
Throw your boots down.
Oh, my secret, man. I'm floating in there anyways. Like, here you go, man. Then I need them back because I get +2 to initiative with those shoes.
Oh.
Give me your shoes back after I use them to climb up the side of the wall right quick.
Those kicks give me +2 to initiative.
Motherfucker took his greaves. They put these slippers on.
Like spiders.
For real, that's exactly what I did.
Spider climb all the way up there.
It's smart.
Yeah, that way you don't gotta be like, oh, let me roll, see if I climb. I fell. Nah, man.
Right.
Like Spider-Man, go up. There.
Real smart.
And then sign up using the boss. That's very agile. He probably gets up there like nothing.
That's funny.
But this guy Valinda, he got freaking like 100 pounds worth of freaking armor. That dude could fall.
2 shields, full plate.
Exactly. 2 shields. This guy,
trying to climb up the side.
And Valinda's gear weighs more than like what he weighs.
For real. He's all fucking plate armor.
Yeah, spider climbing slippers of Vagabond. That's a cool name.
Spider climbing slippers of the Vagabond.
Yep. It could be used 10 minutes a day. It could be split up as chosen. It gives +2 luck bonus to initiative. Immune to exhaustion, but can still be fatigued. Exhaustion drops to fatigue. Oh, that means this guy Claudius, he can walk for like forever.
All right. So your characters don't have a problem getting onto the balcony in their own way, and as you get up there,
first challenge overcome.
You see a large pair, massive pair of iron doors that Claudius can detect as an abjuration effect on it. Yeah, abjuration.
Is there a trap there? Like a mundane trap as well?
It's the only magic aura that you sense there.
That's the only door that could get in, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let me see real quick. 1 second.
And it's got a lock on it.
I figure. Let me see. I should have knock scrolls, right? Looks like I do. I'm gonna use a knock scroll. I'm not taking no chances. He rolls out a scroll, cast knock spell on it.
So you got using a knock scroll?
Mm-hmm.
And successful. Knock spell. It opens stuck, barred, locked, held, or arcane locked doors. It opens secret doors. As you open your scroll and for you easily recite the magic on such a simple spell for you, the magic permeates upon the abjuration ward upon these iron doors and suppresses it, leaving the doors open leaving the doors. And it props the door open slowly and creepily. So yeah, it was definitely some form of an arcane lock on it. Your knock scroll suppressed it. It'll go back on after 10 minutes, but it's open. Knock. I see your scroll. Let me delete that.
Wait, so they hit warriors lead the way.
And as it opens up,
So I just established the marching order.
You know what time it is. The
Yeah.
lady up front and center.
Relayed them up front. Cynthia, Claudius in the back with Zino
Yep.
in between them, and then Metsuar would be after me.
And then in drama after Meswar.
Yeah, they drama after Metsuar.
So I guess Sino has like the rear, basically, pretty much.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If we come to a spot in which we need someone to run fucking
Drama's like the
reconnaissance,
closest. The drama's like the closest. Because
then
we're center between the drama and Sino, the ages.
if we need stealth, then we could just have Claudius go invisible and go up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, Claudius also fills in the role of the rogue.
Yeah.
But if we have to do any stealth, unlock, disable device or traps, yeah, Claudius is the man for that. Good thing with Messor is that he's also not Mess. Mess is also very stealthy. So if we have to send two people, recon, Mess and Claudius are actually pretty good at that.
does this? I remember there being a way to like make this. What is shift? Oh, I gotta look it up. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's shift and Z. That's what it was. That was what it was. Shift and Z. Okay, cool. Okay. I thought I had another. I don't. I don't. I need more.
Man, a squad of those would be intimidating to fight.
Well, I wish they had a. Let's use the planescape. Quest, Shackled City, Chapter 12. I need to get different types, but we'll just use these two for now. Oh, why did it save it like that? Where is it? What? Let's do that. Fuck it. There. Oh, let's bring some Planescape shit. Alright, so your character, so the door's open, thanks to your celestial brilliant lights. It just permeated, like, your light sources blast into this entire chamber.
What?
I forgot about that.
A what blast in there?
Our light sources blast into the chamber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. We could do something about that light source. We could do well. It's too late now, I guess. But if we Cynthia made Claudia's like 3 coins, and she put a deeper darkness spell on it. That shit lasts like for days. So that could nullify that. And then like let's say we're gonna fight or whatever, all you have to do that coin, just put it in a pocket, and then you're glowing again. Maybe we should have done that, but I forgot that we're all glowing and stuff. Well, not you guys are glowing. But then again, we're the vindicators. We're not here to
I'm
hide.
just saying, it
We're here
would
to
just
take
cost us time and action to take the
You know
debuff
what we're here
off.
for? We're here to freaking
Right. We're here to fucking destroy these guys
we're in hell. That means that we're
once and for
capable
all.
to kick
Right.
ass. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
I mean, once we physically arrive in the actual room, I feel like it's kind of pointless to try and be like
Not the
stealthy.
door. We open the
But if
door.
we're if we're going on our way to a room and we want to make sure we don't get like jumped in between that time, then yeah, recognizance. But once we're in the room, we're already in it. Might as well have the lights on.
Yep.
Because they sure as fuck aren't going to be penalized because the lights off. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, they probably all got dark
They'll be happy with that
And
outcome.
that's your first encounter. Is this door opens, you look inside, and the light blasts in there. Every
They look like they light up.
creature that you see that's standing in there, they flinch and their eyes squint from the fucking light. Like, what the fuck? Okay, actually, no. Imagine this. It's like in those, like one of them anime scenes where they're like this, they're standing, skulking in this darkened, reddish room, and then all of a sudden they see magic covering the doorway that leads outside, and looking at the door like, the heck is that? And then the doors, these iron doors just go, like they fly open, and all this huge draft comes in, and then following that draft of air is burst of lights, and all you see is the silhouettes of all your characters standing in that line. Like, what the hell? And your characters like step through like fucking majestic warriors coming in to fucking save the day. I can't even hear us clapping. Don't fucking me put it on mute. Why you keep going mute? What's wrong with your mic?
So the final phase begins. Endgame. This is what you guys call endgame, right? Like, final boss raid or some shit.
Yeah, it's the end game. Fucking literally is. This is the well, because I've adjusted the end of this. I wouldn't say slightly, but more thematically and storyline appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
this is the second to last map that is going to be used for this adventure path. Normally it'd be the last map, but the last map is a creation addition to this adventure thing that's just going to make the whole fucking thing a hell of a lot cooler and more climactic, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to build up to it, but we got to get there.
So yeah, and
we'll do it next time. Indeed.
Yeah. On top of seeing that, the mournful howls, it also resonates within this chamber. The walls of leering skulls bring no comfort. And you notice that the floor is covered in sticky tar. Same kind of sticky tar that Farastu Demodons like to exude from their bodies. And which is exactly what you see in here is about 10 Farastu Demodons. 6 of them, 4 of them winged. The other 6 without wings. And battle ensues as they don't give your characters any room to try and explain yourselves. They get immediately into attack mode. Like they were. It looked as if they were just here to guard, as like the first defense of whatever came in that didn't belong here. As well as if anybody tried to run out and escape the place from this area, they'd have to deal with these 10. But yep, this is a good stopping point right here. You are now at Skullrot. You're at your last location.
Skullrot. Yeah, we got here pretty smoothly. We avoid a lot of unnecessary crap.
Yeah, I know, a bit too smooth. Stop. Oh man. But all right, next Thursday.
Next Thursday, same time. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, Lou.
All right.
All right. Here's Matt J. You see, guys, gonna talk about the characters right quick.
Actually, wait. Hold up. Is there a way? I think there's a way to fucking. Because I need to send files. That's what I need to do.
Well, I'm on roll 20, so I just gotta see, this thing I'm gonna borrow my sister's laptop, I guess. Fuck it. Because I'm not doing that shit through my fucking phone.
Oh, I know what I could do. I could send, since Matt's got his laptop there.
Nah. Yeah, here. Actually, can I log in? I don't know. I'm not even gonna act like I remember my goddamn login password for roll 20.
Let them know that the reason why I kept going in and out of mute is because I couldn't play.
Oh yeah, you said you couldn't. You can't get it playing through both speakers. But listen, it's probably gonna sound terrible if you put it through your fucking laptop speakers. I promise you that. You want to keep it like this, kind of, because if you put it through them laptop speakers, it's just gonna sound nasty. Your audio is gonna sound terrible. You might as well just keep the mic. Promise you. Yeah, man. I kind of want to play around with the guns. I never got to do some shit like that, but I don't know.
Hold up.
Can you get 6 shots with the guns, Lou?
Hold up.
Is it a 6-shot pistol deal?
Anyone with the link? All right, I'm about to send the link. It's It's early firearms.
Okay.
So
So like a revolver, a blunderbuss kind of
like
deal, like
muskets, blunderbuss, arquebuses, hand cannons,
okay,
pistols.
right.
Um,
Long gun,
there are
like
6-shooter
a rifle.
pistols, pepper boxes. That's what they're called. So
Okay.
if you wanted a gun that had more chambers, or more barrels, I should say.
Hmm.
Uh,
Because I just kind of want.
there's dual pistols. I think they're pistols with like 2 barrels, and then the pepper box I think has up to 6, and um, there's double barreled muskets as well.
Right. I was
There's
like, see, there's double barrel muskets. So you could technically do a double barrel shotgun. You could
yeah,
technically do a double barrel shotgun. If there's double barrel muskets, there's goddamn
That would be the
this double barrel. It'll let you get off 2 shots,
2 shots.
or you can combine them to do like a scatter shot.
A scatter. See, I said the spread shot. That's what I was telling you before. You could do a scatter shot. Yeah,
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 but yeah,
absolutely.
I do early firearms.
Okay, okay.
Keeps the game balanced because
Yeah, I don't like. I listen. I'm not talking about. I
if
don't
I
want to be
yeah.
running down the hallway with a pump shotgun. Like I just want to get one off and clear the room.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
there are rules and equipment
Right.
for advanced firearms, and even all the way even sci-fi tech like fucking laser pistols. But like,
Yeah, we don't
but
do that.
in the game world that I'm running, freaking it,
Yeah,
I keep it to early firearms.
nobody wants to do all. No,
If I put something like that in, it's probably like self-contained in like an adventure where like what the fuck is
yeah,
that? And you go in the
yeah,
mountains
like
and you
just
find
a
that
one
old
off,
you
just
find
a
it
one
yeah
off
one off
mission.
like you find the
Yeah,
fucking spaceship and you're like what the fuck
yeah,
is this?
yeah, yeah,
There's literally an old ass D&D adventure. It's a classic. A lot of people know about it. I think it's from 2nd edition. I never ran it, but anybody that knows the D&D shit like they know this
yeah.
adventure. Um, uh, the Barrier Peaks.
Okay.
That adventure, that was literally the adventure. It was all
Hey,
right.
did you do you listen to Critical Role at all?
I've
Did you?
watched them a couple of times. I
you
didn't really get into them.
okay.
Probably,
Did you?
probably because I'm like, man, I could do better. Fuck this. No,
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. You could.
I'm sitting here
You
like,
could.
man,
You could.
I got my
You
group right here.
could.
Shoot,
It's just
we could.
right. If you just record it, you'd be fine. You'd have content.
Right.
No, that I was telling